Welcome back to my ASP vlog, everyone. If you haven't seen part 1 chronicling the first half of my week, I suggest you check that out now. And if you have, we are now picking up where I left off on the second to last full day of my trip, starting with the evening gathering since I couldn't get any footage at the work site that day. So it is 5:50 p.m. on Thursday, June 29th. And the Thursday evening gathering at ASP is that for dinner, we came to this park nearby the center where we are going to have a little cookout picnic and then just kind of hang out. We are all wearing this shirt because we always get like a different t-shirt every time we come to ASP that has to do with, the theme Bible verse. I'm getting a little closer to the pavilion now, and I'm recognizing people. There's some scenery down there, but you'll get to see a closer view of that a little later when we're hanging out. Yep, I see there's some staff and coolers and some stuff being set out. Yeah, this Kentucky really is pretty beautiful, and all of Appalachia is, but you should really come down here sometime. If not to volunteer for ASP, then maybe to go on maybe the Appalachian Trail or just for a camping trip, because it really is even more beautiful than what you're seeing here on the camera. You have to see it with your own 2 eyes. So here's our little line that we're going through. So this is a little beach area they have here at the park where we're having our picnic, and it has a good swimming area. However, not one single one of us brought our bathing suits because it wasn't on the list, but some people, I guess, just want to jump in there in their clothes, but I won't be doing that because I only have one clean outfit left, and it's the one I'm wearing. But apparently that water's really nice, so I might just dip my feet in. But yeah, it's pretty beautiful scenery, as we have all around the park and all around Appalachian Kentucky. It is our final evening here in Harlan, Kentucky, and we had this sort of fundraising thing all throughout the week, and this is basically what our incentives were to donate money. I personally didn't donate any, but what's a miracle about this is that yesterday literally $65 had been donated, and as you can see right there, we have now gotten to $3,427. A little bad thing that happened to me this morning on our last day at the work site was I got sort of a travel headache and started to get nauseous, and I eventually threw up, and so I had to leave the work site early. But luckily my cousin Katie was nice enough to drive me back to the center, and staff unlocked it so I could get in. But it was disappointing because I had to say an early goodbye to our homeowner, and I missed out on the pizza party our crew was having. But I'm feeling a lot better now that I've got some rest. And just now we all did this little tradition where we shared what are called our God moments for the week, where we basically give a little reflection speech as we all go around in a circle to talk about what this week has been like for us, what we got out of it. But there's a little ice cream bar we're about to have, but for now I'm just going to play a little recording of my God moment. Not to brag, but I think you'll be really impressed by it. Okay, so before I get into God moments for this week, I'd like to say that I had a God moment on last year's trip on the way back after we'd already shared, which Katie remembers, but while we were driving in her car, the car broke down, But Ben was right around us and luckily was able to get a few of us back home, because that's what we do for each other here at ASP is, of course, we're all about serving our homeowners, but we're also about being a family to each other and to like all the people around us. And, that's what we try to do here at ASP, is be there for people. So that was a big God moment for me. But getting to this year, like I said, I always have a lot of moments within 1 week. On this, my third time, so I can't really pinpoint one thing specifically, but where I see God most when I come to ASP is in all the people I meet and that I spend time with, whether it's someone I already know, have known for a long time, or have even been on a crew with before, or it's a totally new face I've never met. Like, that's an opportunity to meet someone new, and get to have God introduce me to someone with a completely new perspective I've never met before. And I do sometimes miss people who used to come with us and didn't, but now they've had their time to teach me and everything, and now they're back on their own personal journeys. And I do always come in with some expectations. Like, when I first heard that we were coming to Harlan, Kentucky, I was like, oh man, I really like that Jonesville Center. And I will admit I do miss it, because it was the first one I came to, and in addition to it being really nice, it had a really special place in my heart. But this place was actually really nice too, and just seeing that, this is actually a thing that not just hosts ASP volunteers, but does so many other things for other people, like wow, that's just so inspirational. And I was really lucky to be on an all-girl crew this week. That felt really nice, and just like, not to share anything to stir the pot or anything, but sometimes when there are guys on the crew, they tend to get a little macho with the power tools and stuff, but you don't have that problem when it's an all-girl crew. And I say the only time, anyways, and what else subside, the only time I didn't have a good time this week was this morning when don't anyone start to worry, but I got sick at the work site, and I had a headache, I was throwing up, and I had to leave early, and I had to miss out on our group's pizza party. But that's another time where I got to experience us being there for each other. Katie took the time to drive me back here so I could lie down, and this wonderful staff took time out of their schedule of going to places so that they could open it up for me. So I can't thank you guys enough. Sure that's not as good as if I could have just not been sick, but when I was well all week, it was just, ASP is always one of my favorite times of the year, and my favorite part about it is the people I meet. And of course, the main of those is our homeowner. She was such a lovely lady, and, she was just so sweet. And before we left, she was like, hey, don't you all leave till you get your hugs. And I was just like, oh, wow, she is just I love her. And it's I miss her already. And, I'm kind of sad that I had to say goodbye to her early. But I'm already looking forward to next year's trip, to whatever it may bring, and no matter what my expectations are or will be, I just have to let God guide it and let it go the way it goes. And I'm sorry I took too long. I just had so much to say. So it is now 5:09 a.m. and our whole group has just gathered up all our stuff, and we are getting ready to head back to Ohio after a good long week of service. So here's just a little bit of the scenery that I'm seeing out the window as I leave Harlan and head back home to my life. We are estimated to get home at about 11:25, but of course that's before any stops we're going to need to take. I really hope you liked getting an up-close and personal look at my ASP journey this year. You can also get some video perspective of other things I've experienced through my various vlogs, but what my channel is mostly about are video essays, or videos in which I break down and talk about many different aspects of our society and culture, which you can learn more about by checking out my channel page if you're not already a lovely viewer and subscriber.
Because it wasn't on the list.
Of course, my vlogs are always an opportunity to get to know a little bit more about me and my life, as are my Instagram and TikTok, linked down below, which are extensions of my YouTube channel. If you liked coming along with me on my ASP journey in Harlan, Kentucky 2023, then I highly suggest you check out not only my other vlogs, but all of my other content. And if you find that tickles your fancy, you're going to want all of that as much as you can get. So what you're going to have to do about that is hit that subscribe button to get your own personal library card to my video essay library, and tap the bell so that you know when one comes up. I hope to see you next time.